As y'all can see, I'm back at home. So yeah, exportation was definitely interesting, but I wanted to do this video to just give y'all an overall of my experience on Margaritaville at sea and on on my travel podcast. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, notification button to receive notification of my videos. Let's get into it. Now, the boat is beautiful, absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful boat. It really is. The rooms are very spacious, and the ocean view, the fact that you get such a big window, it was to the point I could actually sit on the ledge and just look out the window. And that's how big that window was. But I just wish they would come in and actually clean the inside of the windows. I know they clean the outside, but they need to come in and actually clean the inside of the windows. But other than that, the room was fine, spacious enough for two people. Um, it's definitely spacious enough. You know, if you have kids, there's definitely a lot of space in there. As for the food was pretty good. It was, but like I said, I recommend you get there when everything first opened to get food. Far as the staff, they were phenomenal. Very attentive, very nice. Some of them didn't speak English, but that was okay too. But they were very nice, and they made sure that you were very well taken care of. Also, the performances overall, they were pretty good. I don't have any complaints. Um, let's see. As far as the pool areas, it was fine. Plenty of space. There was plenty enough to go around. I also love the fact that everything was color coordinated, meaning that it had a tropical feel, so you could tell that this boat is specifically for going to the Caribbean, going to the Bahamas, going to Mexico, going to tropical areas, because that whole entire theme of that boat is tropical areas. Also, what I love about Margaritaville at sea is that they give you an experience. It's not customer service. It's really them genuinely being friendly to you. They remember your name. They know who you are. Um, they're really like, if you're lost, they're gonna help you find where you're going. But everybody was really nice. The staff was phenomenal. The performances were definitely very, very good. Even the comedians were good. But it was really about giving you an experience. It wasn't so much of a party ship. It's not really that. But you did party. I ain't gonna lie. We had fun. I had fun. They have a club there, lounge there. There's one on the third floor and then one on the second floor. But overall, I had a ball, and there was just so much to do, and it catered to everybody. There was not something that everybody couldn't do on that boat. It was for everybody. And it was a pleasant surprise because I didn't know what to expect on this boat. I really did not. I didn't know what to expect, but once you get on it, you keep thinking there's nobody on the boat. But there was a lot of people on the boat. But it's a relaxing type of cruise. It's a cruise if you just want peace. If you want peace and tranquility and you just want to go on a real vacation, Margaritaville is the boat for you to go on, because it's not oversaturated with so much. And even the assistant director of the cruise, that's what he said. That Margaritaville is not about the bells and whistles and all of the stuff that all these other boats have. It's really about giving you a real vacation, and they give you that. They give you that. We were the first group to go to Jamaica, and I think we were the first group to go to the Cayman Islands. So we were the first group that they did the 7 day excursion as far as going to those two. Cozumel, Mexico, they do go to. But as far as Grand Caymans, and going to Jamaica, that was the first for them. But it worked out. It really went smoothly. Our excursions were smooth. Um, we really had a great time on the excursions. We went to Coco Cay in Mexico. It was really, really nice. No, yeah, that's what it was. Then we went to Montego Bay Beach. It was nice. So it was definitely a vibe. It was. Let's see. As far as things to do, plenty of things to do. They have an adults only. They have a place for the kids, And then they also have something for people that are couples. So if you're couples, if you're family, if you're someone that just want to do like a family reunion on their boat, that's perfect boat for you to do because it caters to everybody. It was multiple races of people. There was no racism on their boat. Everybody was friendly. Everybody was nice. A lot of people complimented my outfits. Found some people to hang out with. Even during the excursions, everybody stuck together. Everybody talked to each other. It was really, really nice. Except there was one fight at the end, and that's normal when it comes to impartation. Somebody always couldn't. Now, the thing that did irk me this morning was we were in line waiting to go get breakfast, right? And these people tried to cut in because they didn't realize there was only going to be one side that was going to be open because the fact they had to get ready for the next people that were going on their boat. So it ended up being where some people tried to cut and we were pissed. But we didn't say nothing because it wasn't even worth it. But when it came to embarkation day, oh, there were people that were pissed because people kept trying to cut in front of them. But being that we were like the last ones to leave, it wasn't that bad for us. When you go downstairs to go get your bags are literally sitting out there. You just got to find your bags. You just got to find your bags, which isn't bad because it's not everybody else is already gone. Most people had already got their bags. They took their bags. And that's the one thing that is a benefit that majority of people that get off that boat are going to be the people that already got their stuff. And that is what took the longest were the people that basically essentially were getting off the boat and they already had their stuff together. But everybody that sat back and waited and let them take our stuff, it didn't take that long for us to get out at all. And just went downstairs, got our bags, and that was it. And then they scanned our face, that was it. Another thing that they did that wasn't an inconvenience was even though they told us to carry our travel bags, as far as our passports, we really didn't need them. They scanned our cards and that was it. Because when you check in, they put your passport information in there. So you don't have to go and do all of that. But when you come from any excursions, you're going to have to show them I got to keep my key. So as a memory, I get to keep my key. So as long as you got your key and you show your keys, you're good in Jamaica. So it wasn't, too bad. We didn't have to pull out our passports, but you still had to have them just in case. But they put your passport information in there. So, but those of us who put our passports, we didn't have to worry about that because it was already scanned into the system, so we didn't have to worry about that. So when they scanned our faces, our passport information was already in there. That's why they asked for our ID or passport. And most of the time, I went ahead and just gave them my passport. So that was definitely a convenience. As for my liquor, I did get some rum from Jamaica. And the benefit of that was when I went to go check my liquor in, only thing I had to put was my name, my room number, signature, and that was it. It didn't take long. They brought us our liquor the night before. It's in my room, as a matter of fact. I'm going to show you a little bit later. But other than that, I had a great time. Now, the negative. The heating and air conditioning systems have a tendency to be kind of wacky. It can be cold, it can be warm. For a lot of us, we were freezing. So they definitely need to see about getting a new electrical system in that boat because it was cold for us. We were freezing. And a lot of us did not know how to work the heating and air conditioner as far as the not little thing. We didn't know how to use it. They need to also get something where they can keep the food warm as far as keeping it warm. Another thing that kind of a bad thing is that when they were speaking on the intercom, we couldn't hear nothing in the rooms. We couldn't hear anything. So they need to do something where people can actually hear in the room what is going on. But other than that, that was just minor things. I mean, that was it. Other than that, I had a great time. Other than that, I enjoyed it. Some people were already getting ready to go on Celebrity. There are people already going on cruises next week. I'm like, Jesus. I wish it could be me. But that's just my overall thoughts on Margaritaville. I give it like an 8.5 out of 10. They did a good job. Just minor stuff. That's it. Bye.